Today on Meathead, I'm gonna make for you a stuffed pork loin wrapped in bacon. Put some pineapple and some fruit in there too, some apples. Let's get to it. All right, everybody. So the first step we have is you need to cut about, say, 8 slices of bread and day age them. Just put them on a pan, just let them just sit out in the open and dry, and they'll become nice and hard and crusty like this. One's kind of like a crouton. All right, and then what we want to add to that is we want to add some celery. And add that to here. We're gonna have a kind of 1/4 cup of chicken broth. Loosen everything up. 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. There we go. Gonna do an onion. We're only do about half this onion right here. Onion. All right, next is going to be an apple. Today we're going to be using apple, and I only need half an apple, but I like to just eat the piece of apple. It's pretty good. Fruit goes really fantastic with pork. So we're actually going to be using 2 kinds of fruits today. We're going to be using pineapple and regular apple. You can use any kind of apple, but I like to use some Granny Smith apples because they have a little bit of that, kind of like that bitter taste to it. A little bit sour taste to it. I kind of like that. Along with you get the kind of like that sour and sweet along with the pineapple. You get that sweet taste with the pineapple. But we're not going to do pineapple slices like I did with my first pork tenderloin video I did. We're going to do crushed pineapple. There we go. Only thing I got to do now is just going to melt a 1/4 cup butter. And I'll be right back when I do that. Alright, so I just got to melt that butter. I'm going to give you kind of a nice close-up shot here. So now we're going to pour that melted butter on there. And this is going to be our stuffing for our pork loin. I think I want to add just a little, maybe about a tablespoon or more of the chicken broth into this. So we're going to make that just a little bit over a 1/4 cup. So we'll call it 1/3 cup of chicken broth for this. I think you get this a little bit more moist. I'm gonna let this sit out and soak up some of this juices, and I'll be back to cut up to cut a slit into the pork loin and show you guys how to prepare the pork loin. And how we're gonna prepare the pork loin today is we're gonna do it pretty easy. I'm not gonna butterfly it out like you see a lot of people doing. I'm gonna do it for people that don't have their knife skills, and we're just gonna do something basic to help you out there. Okay, so I'm gonna add 2 more tablespoons of chicken broth to this, and next will be the pork loin. Here we go. Got a pork loin here. This is only half a pork loin because the whole pork loin is going to be, probably 3 or 4 feet long. I'm just going to trim some of this fat off right here. Because we're going to be covering this with bacon, and bacon's basically going to act kind of like as like that layer of fat. So we're not really going to need all this. All right, there we go. We are done. That's all the fat I had to cut off right there. And pretty much all this fat is off. I'm gonna leave some down here on this end because this end here is a little bit thinner. So it's gonna need a little bit more help on this side. And so I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna put some parchment paper down. I'm gonna make a bacon weave out of it. I'm gonna put this on top of the bacon weave and cut a slit in. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna switch knives for this one. This here is a little bit thinner. Now, right here, see if you can see that. Okay, we're not gonna go all the way to the end and make like a complete butterfly. We're gonna treat this kind of like one big pork chop. And what we're gonna do is, because when you make a pork chop, you kind of like make a slit in the middle, then you stuff it. What's what we're gonna do here? Make one big slit, going all the way down. Then we're gonna stop. Look right here. Here's the end. And we're gonna stop basically right here, right before it goes in. Okay. Okay, we stop. Okay. We got one big pocket. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it. Well, we're gonna leave about that much down here. Okay, so we're gonna have one nice big pocket. Just gonna try to cut straight down. Okay. There we go. You can feel about how far down you are. You also use your knife as kind of like a measurement. Okay, so you want to go down like right here. Okay. Use your knife kind of like as a measurement where you just cut. Okay, so I cut about right here. See? So you want to have about that much from the bottom. So you'll go all the way through. So I think that's probably about good right there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, that stuffing we just made, we're gonna put in here. Look at that. And just stuff this thing really, 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 really good. Is that not gorgeous? We're gonna set this aside, and we're gonna make our bacon weave for it. Then we're gonna put this on top of the bacon weave, wrap it up, and we'll throw it on the smoker. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and I'm gonna get some parchment paper down here, and I'm gonna do that bacon weave. I'm using a thin bacon today, because we want this bacon to crisp up. So when we cut into it, it's going to be really, really, really nice. You see I did this one over here. It's kind of like a measurement, this one right here. So now, simply, I've done this before for you guys. Just going to flip it over. That's it, every other one. Now we're just going to come across, lift this one up, put it down below. There we go. Bacon weave. Check that out. Now, I'm gonna take the pork loin here and place it right on top of here. Got some rub. Get your favorite rub on top of the bacon. Also put on top of your pork loin here. Favorite rub on top of here. There we go. Okay. And then also got some crushed pineapple here. I got a can of crushed pineapple. I separated the juice from the pineapple, and we're going to kind of like layer at the top of the pork loin here. Then also kind of spread it out on top of the bacon so this pineapple can cook in. Because the juice I'm going to use as a glaze. I'm going to make a glaze with that juice, and it's going to be a beautiful glaze. All right, I'm going to go get my hands washed, and I'm going to get the brown sugar on here. I'm going to put some brown sugar in here as well. And then we'll wrap it up and probably have to use some toothpicks to hold it together. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The hands are washed. Got some brown sugar. Now we'll put some brown sugar on here. I'm also gonna put some on the pork loin here as well. Just gonna sprinkle just a little bit. You don't need much. Right on top. Now we'll put it here. What I didn't do with my first pork loin is I didn't put my bacon weave on top of any parchment paper or anything, and I kind of had a mess. So hopefully this is going to be just a little bit better. I'm just gonna tuck that in. We're going to roll it. Oh yeah, that was a lot easier to do. See, it didn't go all the way around, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep it on here like this, and then when we go out there to the smoker, I'll just unroll it. Actually gives me time to put some rub on the outside too. There we go, some flavor on here. All right, I got the smoker firing up right now, and next time you see me, we'll be putting this out there. All right, back out here at the smoker. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to flip this pork loin around right here. Let me see if you can see me. I could probably just leave it as parchment paper right here, but I want to try to get this bacon on the top. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe flip this thing around. It's a whole lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. There we go. I'm gonna check back in probably about an hour. We wanna get to an internal temperature between probably 160, 165 is I think it's gonna be a good temperature for that pork. In about an hour, I'll come back out here. I'm gonna check the temperature. I'm just gonna probe it with my little temperature probe stick, see what the temperature it is, and then determining on that, then I'll determine how much longer I'm gonna go. Welcome back. It has been 1 hour. I haven't even opened the lid yet, so let's open it. So looking like, ooh, not too shabby. Piece of stuffing coming out right there. Shove that back inside there. Okay, so you can zoom in there. So you zoom in a little bit. So that's what it looks like after an hour. Not too shabby, I must say. Right on, right on. Okay, we're at about 102 right now. Okay. So we still got a little bit more to go. This is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna pick this thing up, I'm gonna put it into a pan. Not really put it into a pan, but put it on top of a pan. There we go. And we'll leave it on there for a little bit. And we'll check back here about another hour. I'm pretty sure probably about another hour. It's gonna take probably about two and a half hours to get up to that 160 temperature. Anyhow, hey, I wanted to tell you guys to stay tuned to after this video. I've got something fun that my son put together that he wanted that I'm gonna put on. I'm gonna play at the end. It's just us goofing around. It has nothing to do with this meal, but he put a music track. It's only 20 seconds long. He put a music track behind just us, goofing around and just doing stuff. So, all right. So it's been another hour. Let's check the temperature of this. I'd like to say, hoorah! My Marine son is home from the Marine Corps. He served his 5 years and now he's on reserve. So awfully proud of him. Showing done right there on that part. 165. Let's check down here, middle part. Showing that this is done. I went ahead, I cranked it up to 300 to try to crisp up that skin some more. But it looks like that might not happen. I might keep it on here for maybe about another 10-15 minutes and try to crisp the skin up, and I'll be back. But as far as I'm concerned, this thing's done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to remove the bacon wrap off of the pork loin, and I'm going to put the bacon wrap on top of the pan here so it can cook some more, get nice and crispy. Then I'm gonna wrap the pork loin with the stuffing. I'm gonna wrap that up in foil. I'm gonna just sit that to the side. Great, check that out. Really is looking good. Just gonna crisp that skin up. I mean that bacon up. I think we got ourselves a winner. We're not gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap it like kind of loose. We're not gonna wrap it real tight. Kind of loose. You can even still see some stuff in there in the middle. Don't need to wrap it real tight. So now we're gonna let that bacon crisp up, and we're good. While I'm waiting for the bacon to crisp up there on the smoker, I'm gonna go ahead and make a nice little glaze for this. At a medium-high heat. This is the pineapple juice that was in the can of pineapple that I got the crushed pineapple out of. So we're just gonna put that in there. This is about a quarter cup of brown sugar. Gonna put that in there. I'm gonna go maybe 2 tablespoons of some soy sauce. So I just poured a little honey in there. Maybe a quarter cup. That depends on the taste. You just adjust it as a medium-high heat. So let it heat up gradually. And it's gonna be a beautiful glaze for that pork. If you want to make a gravy, you can make a gravy. But I like when it comes to pork, I like doing something that's nice and sweet. I'm gonna taste it cold. See how it is nice and cold like that. Oh wow, that is good. Yeah, I'm gonna add maybe a little bit more honey to that. I think I didn't add enough honey to it. I'm gonna add just a little bit more, about another 2 more tablespoons. All right, I'll be back, and this should be done, and that bacon should be done out there as well. So I'll be back. Just got the bacon nice and crisp on here. So now we're gonna cut this up. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna cut this thing up. Let's get down here and show you. That is nice. It's done all the way through. A nice stuffing with a piece of bacon right here. That's gorgeous. Okay, then we're gonna take this piece right here. Okay, take our glaze. Put it over here. Take the glaze. That glaze all over there. Let's give this a whirl. Get back on the tripod. Just get a little piece of the pork with a little bit of stuffing and some bacon on there. Now this stuffing has been infused with the pork and with the bacon. God, y'all have got to try this. This is so good. Right. That's delicious. Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me today. And a couple of mentions I'd like to mention real quick. One channel that's a food channel, another one that's a non-food channel that I want you guys to check out. The first non-food channel is a friend of mine, Josh Benware. Check him out. He does guns and weapons and stuff like that. Check him out. He's been with me basically. I think I was less than 20 when I had less than 20 subscribers, and he just started himself up a channel. Go and show him some love. The other one I'd like to mention is Lasse Food and Barbecue. He's been doing a lot of really good stuff over there. He's from Sweden. Check him out as well. Show him some love as well. But stay tuned for this little clip that my son made. I thought it was really cool. It's 20 seconds long. Has nothing to do with what I did today, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty cool. So anyhow, like, subscribe. See ya. Stay tuned.